What's up, guys? In this video I want to talk about seasonal affective disorder, or SAD as it's called cleverly, I guess, in my experience with it, because I have definitely experienced this, and it is one of the reasons why to this day I hate Berlin. I just hate Berlin. Sorry, German ex-girlfriend, if you're out there. I still hate Berlin. Kind of enjoyed my time with her there. Yeah, enjoyed it. I guess you could say that. But the city itself cannot stand it, and it is because of seasonal affective disorder, which has, I'm sure, a very elaborate scientific explanation for what it is. But really, like, let's talk about what seasonal affective disorder is in common language. And it's basically like when it's cold and the sun doesn't shine, people get depressed. That's really what it comes down to. You don't go outside, you don't get any sun, you don't get any vitamin D, and you just don't enjoy life, I guess, because you don't go outside as much. You're inside all the time, you're in front of your computer, in front of the TV, and you just don't get to enjoy all of the fun things that us as humans get to enjoy by being alive, which is, being around other people, experiencing the warmth of the sun. Like, I don't know. I know there's some crazy people out there watching this who are like, I hate the sun. I love cold weather. This doesn't affect me. And I promise you're probably already like a moody person to begin with. Anyway, let's talk about me, my favorite subject, seasonal affective disorder. When was this? 2013 to 2014? 2012? No, 2014 to 2015. I want to say. Yeah. Anyway, who cares? So I moved to Berlin to go be with this German girl that I had met in Australia. And then we went to live in New Zealand. And then we went to go live in Germany because she wanted to go to school. She wanted to go to fashion school out there. And she wanted to study in Berlin, which is like the place for fashion in Germany, apparently. So I had lived many places, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'll go live in Europe and Germany, Berlin, like no big deal. I've already lived in all these places. I'm this world traveler, got all this experience. So I went to Berlin. Didn't really research it very much, other than a couple articles that said Berlin is such a cool city. It's so amazing. They would say it's poor but sexy, right? So it's like, all right, it's good enough. Like I read one good headline about it. Okay, clearly I know enough about the city to move there sight unseen. So I ended up moving to Berlin, and I got there in August. I think August. I moved there, middle of August, and it was very hot. Germany in the summertime gets very hot, and we, didn't speak the language. Like, I knew nobody there except for her. But we managed to go outside and do fun, couple things, whatever. We play ping pong. We both really love playing ping pong. It's kind of weird. Anyway, a couple months go by, and I want to say in, like, I don't know, October or maybe late September, it started to get really cold. And I had never experienced a German winter before, or any European winter, really. And it got so cold that you could not go outside without a jacket and a hat and gloves and stuff like that. You East Coasters out there, you're probably watching this like, oh, dumb Californian, like, go to the beach or something. Anyway, whatever. I was miserable. I just wasn't happy. Like, there were for sure some other factors for me not enjoying myself in Berlin. Like, I didn't know anybody except for her. I hated the weather so much that I knew I wasn't going to stay there. So I refused to learn the language, and I would complain all the time. It was not a pretty sight. And I guess I am to blame for how I handled the entire situation. I believe that I was heavily influenced by seasonal affective disorder and this depression, I guess, that comes onto you when you can't go outside and there's no sun, there's no beach, and it's just like you're stuck inside all day and freezing. In fact, I remember that I would look at every day when I would get up, because okay, so during this time I was self-publishing books on Amazon. This was like my first foray into making money online, and the way that I decided to do it initially was to self-publish books on Amazon. And I would wake up every day, and I'd wake up, have my coffee, take my supplements, whatever, and I would write for a couple hours. I'd write 3, 4, 5,000 words. My goal every day was to publish one book per day on Amazon. These were short stories, to be fair, 5,000 words on average, and they were in a specific niche that allowed for you to write very short books like this and still make a decent amount of money. Not really that much, to be honest with you. So I'd wake up every day. I'd write, I'd write for a couple hours. My girlfriend would either go to work or she would go to school. I'm sure she was probably sick of me like sitting on the computer in my pajamas writing all the time. What can you do? But anyway, I would wake up every day, and as the morning progresses, you like look outside periodically, and I would look outside and I would always think to myself, like, am I going to see the sun today? Is the sun going to shine today? Am I going to see the sun through the clouds? And I literally would go weeks without seeing the sun. You do not see the sun. You do not see it. It ceases to exist for all intents and purposes. And it's miserable. It's actually miserable. And again, like I said, to be fair, was this because of this other stuff that I had going on as well? Yeah, probably. But I promise you, if we were in like Hawaii or something, or someplace that had amazing weather, it's very easy to improve your mood by going outside and getting some sun and just like existing in the sun for 10 minutes. Now, a couple therapies that I did hear about that seem to have worked for other people. One of them is called light box therapy, I believe, or red light therapy, which is where you buy this special type of light bulb that is supposed to emit the same type of light as the sun, right? Along the same wavelength. I've never actually tried this. So I can't comment on it. I did read some reviews on Amazon of people who did try it, and they seem to have liked it. But I question how a light bulb, a man-made light bulb, is going to give you the same benefit as everything that you get from the sun. Again, I've never tried it, so I can't say. But this like seasonal affective disorder thing totally kicked my ass and ruined this city for me. That, to be fair, like I kind of wish that I could go back there now as a little bit older and maybe in the summertime as a single man, because I've heard that the clubs there are just like insane. Like I don't know. My friend was telling me once he went to a club. It was like a sex club, and it's just this massive club, and just everybody is like having sex in the club. People are naked. I don't know. It just seemed pretty cool. I don't know. I kind of want to do that. Is that weird? Anyway, it's not weird. It's totally normal. Okay, so that is my experience with seasonal affective disorder. What do you think about my awesome story? Have you ever experienced seasonal affective disorder? Let me know. Leave me a comment. Do you have any recommendations for other types of videos that you would like me to make? Also, let me know. Leave me a comment. Peace.